I can be quite excitable and I can be quite serious-minded. I'm normally very serious-minded. That's what I like, to be serious-minded, because life by itself is very, very serious. So permit me to just speak to you for however long that I have. It's quite intriguing. You know, the Apostle Paul went to Mars Hill and he made an observation. He said, I saw a plaque which said, to the unknown God. If you go to a place, you got to observe. I've been told that I'm a guy, but I like to speak tree. My tree is not very great. But there's a tree word that says, Margaret means if you don't look at it properly, you will not see it properly. But sometimes what we see is not exactly what it is. I would like to speak to you. Let me also say to you that I haven't come to this place just like any other day. I've just got up here, let's go and preach. I have prayed before I came to this place. Yeah, I have prayed. I prayed seriously. This morning, for those of you who don't know, this morning my wife and I went for a walk. He said, we went to a walk? We went for a walk. When you put one foot after and you continue to walk. He said, what's you walking for? What's wrong with you though? There's nothing wrong with me. Actually, there's something very good with me. That's how I went for a walk. But now, you're looking at me. I went for a walk. Yeah? I went for a walk because walking is good for you. Tell the person next to you, walking is good for you. I don't like the way you are pointing at him. Tell him also that walking is good for him. We went for a walk, not because we got nothing better to do ourselves, but I need to keep fit. I need to keep the medication away. I need time to pray. Remember I said, I prayed for you. I woke up early, I prayed, but I went out again and we prayed. And I asked God to use me to bless you as I'm here. So I haven't come here, leave that child alone. I have no problem with the child crying. I was, you won't believe me, but I was once a child like that, you know? Why are you laughing? I wasn't born from the womb, you know? Once upon a time, I was small like that. Let the child cry. Where you never hear a child cry, there is death. Because when children are born, they all cry. Nye, nye, nye. Some of them cry better than I've just done. But you know something? We just take in an offering. What do you think the offering is used for? Let me suggest, part of it goes to pay the pastor's salary because he has got a wife and children who must be fed. Yeah, that goes without saying. Part of it goes to pay the rent for this place. I know, because I see the church's accounts, so I know. It goes to pay for the electricity and everything. The government doesn't pay for this place. So the question I'm going to ask you, did you really put any money in there? Actually, you know what concerned me? We put amenities in an envelope so that no one can see what we put in there. Just in case we were not supposed to put in an envelope, would some of us even put anything at all in there? Would we mind how we put it there? Let you into a secret. In this country, I don't think it happens in Ghana, and just in case you don't know, I'm a Ghanaian. From the name I'm speaking, you can tell exactly I'm a Ghanaian. I grew up in Ghana. But in this country, we got something called gift aid. Gift aid means that the government of the UK, right now it's still there. I don't know if time will come, the way things are going, they say they take it away, they'll give you conditions before. But if you work, and if you pay tax, the basic rate of income tax in the UK at the present moment is 20%. 20%. A fifth of your income, that's the basic rate. If you work and you pay tax, and of course if you work and your basic allowance is not up to a certain level, you pay tax. When you give money to a charity, the government will give back to the charity the tax equivalent of what you have paid. At the moment I said is 20%. That's what the basic rate is. So if I put in £10 into the bowl, the government is going to give me back £2.50. That means that I have put £12.50 into the bowl. Don't worry, some of you don't like mathematics. I never liked mathematics when I was in school, but £10, they give you 20% back. What am I saying to you? Before the government will give that back to you, you must have but I've said to the church, I want to pay by gift aid. And want to give by gift aid, the church will give you a number. Did you know that some of our people were cheating the government? It was a very common thing. We set up a church, we collect the money, and we say to the government, our people can pay tax. And because the revenue don't have people to send around come and check, they take the money, before you know, they close the church and they've gone. The people didn't pay tax, but they're gone. And unfortunately, some of our people were heavily involved in this. I know. I trained as an accountant, so I know what I'm talking about. So let me ask you a question without you answering. How many of you pay your tithe in this place? Don't answer. You say, what has it got to do with you? Oh, it's got everything to do with me. It's got everything to do with your pastor. Your pastor is supposed to look after you. He's supposed to teach you the right thing. Bring in all the tithe and the offerings, he says. Let me encourage you, my friends. You can't cheat God. I will rebuke the devourer. He's old. And no one says Old Testament. Listen. What do we have quoted over there? The book of Psalms. Which testament does it come from? Hello, which testament does it come from? So why have you quoted it? There was not so long ago WhatsApp message going about. Everybody, theologians, nothing said, if you talk about tithe, it's Old Testament. I said, you are so ignorant. Abraham's blessings are mine. Where do you find Abraham? New Testament or Old Testament? When I see the blood, do you say that? Where do you read that? It is not good that a man should be alone. Where do you read that? Old Testament. So please don't display your ignorance next time. Tithing is Old Testament. It's ignorant people who talk like that. Now, I didn't come to call you ignorant. You don't look ignorant to me. You look all very smart to me. Actually, I heard something today which was quite fascinating. I was told that if you got a smartphone, you yourself are going to be very smart to be able to use the smartphone. Have you thought about that yourself? You have a smartphone, but are you smart yourself? Come on, smile at me. Come on, somebody. I'm very shy, you know. Just smile at me, yeah? Come on, sister, smile at me. Yeah? Make me feel welcome. If you got a smartphone, are you smart yourself? That was a good one. I'm going to use it for a long time. You got a smartphone, so in fact, somebody said they are smartphones and they are foolish phones and they are pure water phones. So what kind of phone have you got? Pure water phone, you know? Amen. Don't worry, I can get very personal when I speak, so I can come and stand in front of you again. You got a phone. What kind of phone have you got? So let me go back to my subject. Can I encourage you to pay your tithe? And can I encourage you to pay by gifting? I was showing to your pastor how much money we gave. I do the gifting claim for the whole of the apostolic church, yeah? So if you tell me what your name is, and I go to Leyton and I check you don't pay your tithe, I will know that you don't pay your tithe. Pure and simple. But that's not knowledge I'm going to use to blackmail them. I may be black, but I don't know blackmailing. You can't cheat God, my friend. You don't pay your tithe. If you don't pay your tithe, if you can't obey such a simple scriptural injunction, what else can you obey? Pure and simple. I'm quite logical. I'm not the most intelligent of people, but I'm quite logical. Do you want the Lord to rebuke the devourer? Pay your tithe. Lord, I want the benefits, but I don't want the responsibilities. I thought it necessary to share this with you. And then your pastors prayed, or your leaders prayed over the money. If you didn't put anything at all, or you pretended and nothing there, when they prayed, do you think that God knows how much you put in there or how much you put? Do you think God knows? Let me assure you, He knows. God is cleverer than myself. I may look very clever, but God is much cleverer than myself. Now let me talk to you about something more exciting. A question for you. A question is, Whose friend are you? Let it sink. Whose friend are you? Or else I could ask, have you got a friend? Have you got a friend? Before you answer, I would like to explain a few things to you. I woke up on the 1st of January. We had a service, we went home, and I couldn't sleep. It's not because I was a wizard and I went witching and came back. I just could not sleep. I slept for only 3 hours and I couldn't sleep. So I woke up and there were things running through my mind. And I said to myself, if, God forbid, if I was ever in trouble and I needed help, do I have a friend? Think. If I ever found myself in trouble, rightly or wrongly, do I have a friend? And if you ever should find yourself in a tight corner, would you have a friend? He said to me, what has this got to do with coming to church? I said to you, wait and you will understand. You are in trouble. You need help. Who are you going to run to? There is we're going to call Ghostbusters. But you can't call Ghostbusters. Wait, Ghostbusters are not your friend. I'm going to take time to share with you on this matter of who is your friend. Somebody will say, well, I don't need a friend. I've got Jesus. I say, praise God, so have I. Of course, we all are supposed to have Jesus. But do you know that God uses human beings?
Yes.
When was the last time any of you saw an angel flying about? God uses human beings. And if God is going to use somebody, He uses human beings, somebody you may be familiar with. So my question is, have you got a friend? When you hear somebody say, I don't need anybody, it's because they are very bad and nobody wants them anyway. Because they are very bad. They quarrel with everybody. Don't look at a person sitting next to you. Some walk into a place and say, only you, that's him. That means that is the place. Some people come to a place and everybody, whoa. Because you don't know what you're going to say for them to get upset. The Bible says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and has obtained the favor of the Lord. Can I just say to you that your wife could be, should be, the favor of the Lord towards you? And so God also provides us with friends. With friends. And friends should be seen as God's favor. Now, in many places, we may use different words to describe who a friend is. The Ghanaian will say, that's my paddy man. I don't know what the saying is, but that's my paddy man. That's we having a two-man. Somebody you are very close with, somebody you have as an ally, somebody you can confide in. Somebody you can confide in. But be careful who you confide in. Be careful who you speak to, because sometimes somebody, you might as well go and publish it in the daily newspaper. The moment it gets to their ears, it comes out of the mouth very quickly, and everybody knows about it. Listen to what the scripture says. Can two walk together except they be agreed? If one falls down, his friend can help him, but pity the man who falls and has no one to pick him up. Let me tell you a story. Last winter, I went walking. And as I went walking, it was winter, it was very cold. I fell down. You say, Oshia, it serves you right, but that's a different matter. I know you are wicked. The problem was that there was ice on the floor. There was no ice nowhere else apart from that particular batch. And actually, just this winter, I went again and there was ice over there. And I realized that there is undertakers just next to there, and there must be something underneath the ground that makes the thing icy. I stepped on it and I went, mercifully I didn't hurt myself. I heard of others who fell down and broke bones. I went sleep down, and fortunately there was no one around, so I didn't find any shame. Yeah, but I fell down and I tried to get up, but if there's there, you can't get any purchase, so you couldn't get up. I thought to myself, I'm going to roll over to the other side and get up. Fortunately, there was this white man standing by the road, and he came to help me. He offered me his hand, and when he offered me his hand, he nearly fell on top of me. And then he said something, he uttered a swear word I cannot say over here. But what I'm trying to do, I fell down and there was somebody to help me up. That man, at that particular point in that time, was my friend. He could have turned around and said, silly black man, lie over there. He came over at a peril. He nearly fell on top of me because the place was very, very slippery. So can two walk together except they be agreed? Who needs a friend? I'm going to take you through a scenario of people who needed friends. The Bible says that Abraham had a friend, and Abraham's friend was God. Abraham's friend was God. That is why when the angels were on their way to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, God said, shall I hide from Abraham what I'm about to do? Shall I hide from Abraham what I'm about to do? I trust that the words that I'm saying would help somebody in this place. They say you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. We will come to that in a second. If you are conversant with your Bible, and you should read your Bible, Job, when he had his problems, had 3 friends. And those 3 friends came to comfort him. We'll come back to that later. If you know your Bible, you will know about King David. David, the man of God's own heart, when he had problems, he had a friend who came to help him. This is just by way of introduction. We shall come to that. Can I suggest to you that a time may come when you will just need a friend? You will just need a friend. Somebody who will come to your help. And believe me, I need a friend. Can I suggest to you that the best friend you can ever have if you're married is your spouse? The best friend you can ever have if you are married is your spouse. Put it in simple English, if you're a man and you are married to a woman, this is, you don't know a man married to a man, but if you are married to a woman, your wife may be your best friend. Because you and I know, now I don't know anything about this place. There are couples who don't talk to each other. A man who doesn't talk to his wife, and the wife doesn't talk to his wife, and they lie in bed, and one is looking north, and one looking south, or east and west. They are not friends. When the devil comes to visit, he will beat both of them up. He deals with the man, he deals with the woman. If both of them are friends, he will hold the devil by the throat and deal with them. This church needs friends. Amen. Believe my friend, Christians need friends in high places. When you want to deal with the government, when you go to with the councils, you need somebody to put in a sound word for you. Now let me introduce you to something quite exciting, very, very exciting. It said that in Greek society had 3 classifications of society. 3. The first they called idiots. Now let me explain what an idiot is. I like saying the word idiot. Some of it, you look at you idiot. But the Greeks have 3 classifications of friends. They got the one they call the idiot, they got the one they call the tribal, and they got the one they call the citizen. Let me read to you. Let me just say to you, I've got notes for you. Your pastor will give the notes to you at the end of the service. But please take down notes, because I often say more than is in my notes. Somebody, no, never mind. So let me read to you what it says about an idiot. Yeah? Greeks believe the first kind of people is idiots. Don't look at the person sitting next to you. Don't ask him, are you an idiot? Please don't do that. They might beat you up and you deserve it. They are not mentally deficient, but they are those who are totally self-centered. A self-centered person is a person who doesn't pay their tithe. Oh, Abraham Saki, you shouldn't have said that. I have said it. What are you going to do about it? I need the money. I had a brother who says, my money is not enough for me to feed on, so I'm not paying my tithe, period. I must be careful what I say because these things get, before they know it's in Ghana, when I get home, he won't speak to me anymore. So I should be careful what I say. I won't reveal his identity. But as Greek said, the first person you call, the first class are called idiots. And the idiots are very much self-centered. Do you know what a self-centered person is? You sit at the table, you're going to eat. By the time you come, he's eating all the food. He doesn't care that he's got brothers or sisters. Have you got that in your family? Or perhaps you're a husband. Your wife has cooked. The poor woman says, wait for me, I'm just going to wash your hands before you can, you put the whole thing in your mouth. And then you wonder why she's not smiling at you. Amen. Just say, Abraham, we love you. And wives, anyway, I'm not going to say what I said. So the first class idiots. Idiots always run for the private gains and personal interests. They have no public philosophy. Have you ever seen people sit in their car and then after they've eaten, they throw their rubbish on the street? Have you seen them? Have you done that yourself? That's a typical idiot. Hey, I saw a video and the video was advertising Rwanda. They said Rwanda is the cleanest country, I don't know where in the whole world. I think the video was done by a Ghanaian man, and the man was sitting in the gutter. He was sitting in the gutter eating his food. He said, if this were somewhere else, I would throw up. Rwanda, I think Macron must go to Rwanda. It's amazing that the country that fought each other and cut off people's hands, they are now one of the best countries in the world. Because the government puts money in there. And where we come from, our governments put the money in their pockets. They are idiots by the Greek definition. Oh, they got degrees. They got doctorate degrees. But everything is for personal gain. Hey, just in case you're sitting here and your relatives are coming back home, don't come and beat me at the end of the service. In Pauchopi. Please, don't. They have no public philosophy, no knowledge, no skill, no character, no virtue to contribute to society. Some people always look out for personal pleasure and treasure. They are supported by like-minded politicians, foreign powers, and the elites of society for their vested interests. So the Greeks tell us that the first category of a citizen is the idiot. The second one they call the tribal. And let me read to you. It says, tribal people follow tribalistic philosophy, but they don't necessarily belong to a specific tribe. So we're not talking about being a tree or a gang or a fancy or something. That is nothing to do at all. They have their own tribe. Their tribe is those who have the same interests as themselves. Some people are not able to think beyond the interests of their small tribe or group. What is in it for me? What is in it for me? We are the elders or we are the leaders. What's in it for me? They call the tribalists. For them, their primary religion is their tribe and tribalism is their God. They generally view everything from their own prison and interpret it in their own way. They are always suspicious and fearful of others. Let me say it again. They are always suspicious, fearful of others. Would you agree that church and church membership can be a microcosm of society? So what happens out there is the same that happens in here. And I trust that there are no idiots in here, and I trust that there are no tribalists in here. They tend to respond to the rest of the people with intimidation, force, and violence. Where you find intimidation, force, and violence, you find the tribalists. The third category is citizens. For ancient Greeks, citizens are those who have the skills and the knowledge to live respectable public lives, who know the value of commonwealth as well as their rights and responsibilities towards the society. In other words, they help to form a civilized society. We are talking about the subject, who is your friend? So if you are going to choose friend, from what category would you choose? Would you choose a friend who's an idiot? You must be an idiot if you chose from the idiots. Because the idiot doesn't care very much about you. No, if you chose from the tribalist, because the tribalist doesn't care about you. He cares about only those who are in his little section. I will go for the citizen, the one who will look out for me. So, we're speaking of friends. We are in church. I think we must understand something. Hey, let me ask you a question. Have you prayed today? Did you pray before you came to church? Did you really pray before you came to church? And if you didn't pray, can I suggest to you that you are not a serious-minded Christian? You say, but I'm sorry, how can you say that? But that's the truth. You didn't pray at all. It just took you a bath and then you came to church. When I was small, I think I'm still small, they used to sing a song. We see a man back Christosum, yes, you didn't know Christosum. Do you know it? Of course. Oh, listen, you know it. Anyone here who doesn't know it, you know it. When he puts his money in the offering, he'll say, yeah? He puts his money in the collection. He puts the money in the collection, he says, I want change. What do you mean you want change? I said, well, we had a situation once in our church, long time ago in Bethlehem. A man came to us and said, I put 50 pounds in the bowl and I want change. Can you imagine when the service is finished, I come to you and say, I put 50 pounds, I want change. So we put all the money there and we said, tell us what the 50 pounds is. There's no 50 pounds in there, so what change are you looking for? You think you've seen all the wonders of the world? There are wonders still happening. So Christian Mamba comes and puts his money. He said, when he comes to church, he comes late, he goes, and he makes all the noise. Nobody made noise over here today, did they? Pastor, I hope when I'm gone, they wouldn't say that you told me to say that. Oh, me, I'm gone. They will deal with you. Amen. So let me read you from scripture. If you are going to choose your friends, and if you are going to be serious man about God, there is a criteria that we use. And I must keep my eye on the clock. Yeah? I'm going to read to you from Philippians 4:8. I said this before. I said, you will need a friend of the truth. A friend of the truth is one whose parameters or spheres of operation are based on what I call the whatsoever of God. And so Philippians 4:8 says this, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of a good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. I need a friend. What kind of friend am I going to have? I'm going to have a friend whose sphere of operation is based on these words. They deal on what is true. They deal on what is honest, what is just, what is pure, what is lovely, what's of a good report. That should be my sphere of friends. And I like to believe that in this church, as you've listened to preaching and as you've come to prayer meetings and you have prayed all night, what is the use of coming to an all-night prayer meeting when you finish and you are just as bad as when you came in, or even worse? What's the use? These things are supposed to change us. We're supposed to be changed from what we are. Maybe you can't mess about with me. You mess about with me, I will show you who I am. What do you mean show? Who are you? You should really show me Christ to you. I remember our next door neighbor, two sisters having a quarrel. One of them looked at me and said, you don't know me, eh? I will show you who my is. I said, yeah, that's right. Show me who you is. You must go and learn your English properly before you speak English in public. It's not I will show you my is. I will show you who I am. Thank you very much. So, who qualifies to be called a friend? Let me share with you my ideas. Now, don't forget that I said this whole thing started when I woke up on New Year's Day and I couldn't sleep for 3 hours. It's just because my wife made so much noise. New Year's Day was happening to my wife's birthday and she was sleeping away and I couldn't sleep. Listen, a friend is one who will be on your side when the gloves come off and the battle lines are drawn. When the white man says the gloves are off, you understand the language? When we say the gloves are off, it means there are no rules anymore. I wish I could put my down and show you what the gloves are. When you box with gloves, it means that you don't want to hurt the person properly. When the gloves come off, you can do anything. You can bite them, you can kick them, you can do anything. So when the gloves are off and the people are coming, someone is coming for you, who is going to help you? Who is going to help you? A friend is one who you can when you are with them, you don't need to pretend. Have you ever seen people together, friends, and you can see a lot of pretense? If you are with a real friend, you don't need to pretend. Banabo, you understand? Be yourself. Of course, be yourself doesn't mean that you go about spoiling the air, fucking the air. But what we say, you don't need pretend. Banabo, you were introduced to me, are they? No. Okay, may go. Come here. A friend is one with whom you feel safe. Do you know that there are certain people in whose company you don't feel safe? Not because they're going to beat you up, but anywhere you say which is out of place, they jump on you. And they are in church. They are not outside, they are in church. You say a word out of place. Just like I'm preaching now, when I finish, oh, Pastor, you said this, but it's all right. Just go away. Is that the only thing you heard? Just go away. Leave me alone. I don't have time for your nonsense. Yeah? Thank you very much. You feel safe with them. I heard a white man speak and he said, I don't feel safe with that man. Not because the man can beat him up. And you know we are not supposed to fight. If you get to fight, all you do is just slap him one and then he's on the floor. But that's not it. I don't feel safe. So a friend is somebody you feel safe with. Can I just say to you, we need to be friends? I feel safe with you. I want to feel safe with you. Seriously. I need 2 hours to preach this message, but I don't have 2 hours. A friend is one who will cover you when they see you naked. They see you naked, they will cover you. It's not the one that, hey, come, when I'm naked, cover me. You see me naked, please, cover me. Don't expose my nakedness. Some people have even not seen your nakedness and they want to expose you. I wrote a poem once, I said, cover me. Cover me. We do wrong things sometimes. Yeah? If I stood there and said, don't listen to me. We all make mistakes sometimes. And should you see me in my nakedness, please cover me. Don't call people to come and see. Cover me, my friend. That's real as a friend. Talk about friend. The Ghanaian will say, you are not my friend, but that's what it is. So, a friend is one who has your welfare at heart. A friend is one who has got your back. Have you heard a statement, I've got your back? I've got your back. But some of us are waiting to expose. Oh, I will expose him. I will expose him. Love covers a multitude of sins. Behold how good and how I said, that's not what I said. How pleasant are the feet of him who brings good news, proclaiming peace, announcing news of happiness. So when you go to gossip about somebody, are you carrying peace? When you go to gossip about somebody, who is the local gossip in this church? Has this church got a local gossip? There are local gossips. In some places, as soon as you hear, you know. Let me move on very, very quickly. A friend is someone who will put in a good word for you without being prompted. Have you ever been in a company when somebody is being maligned? To malign somebody is being insulted. You say, sorry, my friend, do you really know who you're talking about? He's not like that. Do you really know him? But some of us are very good at maligning and believing I'm talking about Christians. I say, if you can't say anything good about me, don't say anything bad about me either. But some of us, we can't help it. We suffer from verbal diarrhea or verbal cholera. And so we have a problem. A friend is someone who will use their resources for you, like a good Samaritan. Wouldn't you agree that a good Samaritan was a friend? The man didn't know him, but he was a friend. A friend is one who gives and does not ask for something back in return. A friend is someone who gives and does not ask for something back in return. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. That is not a friend. That's a bargain. That's a bargain. Friends. Somebody says, friends are angels who lift us up when our wings forget how to fly. Friends are like angels. I need a friend. Believe me, my friend, I need a friend. And you will need a friend at one time or the other. Again, he said, good friends are like angels. You don't have to see them to know that they are there. I want a friend. I want an angel, not a demon. Yeah? I need an angel, not a demon. I think I've spoken well enough about being a friend. I was going to speak about who is an enemy, but I'll leave you to read it because I said I've got notes for you. So, who is an enemy? An enemy is somebody who is not, is the opposite of all that I've told you about friends, yeah? So, degrees, there are degrees of friendship. There are degrees of friendship. There are people we know for a long time, out of whom we develop a friendship. There are those we meet momentarily. Some people have got very friendly looking faces. You see them, they're always smiling. Not like mine. I've been told that I don't smile a lot. I say to them, something is wrong with you. You got to look at my heart, not my face. But I wish I could smile more. Why don't you smile the person next to you? Can you smile the person next to you? Thank you. Don't do the British smile where they do. No. I didn't say show me your yellow teeth. I said smile. So there are degrees of friendship. One may never know. You know something? You may never know who is your friend until push comes to shove. Oh, so that's what you are like. I thought I knew you. I didn't know you at all. My people say that when you know somebody in the daytime, when night comes, you don't have to light and look into their faces. You understand that? The night is when there's trouble. Oh, come on. You know your voice. I tell you what, the voice never changes. I said to you that, no, I didn't say that to you. I just been introduced to the school I went to back in Ghana, class of 72 Accra Academy, which is one of the best secondary schools in the whole of Africa, actually. One of the best, as a fact, yeah? Class of 72. If you want to know some of my classmates, you know the likes of Patentin and all those kind of, that's 1972. And I was speaking to somebody, I told him my name, he couldn't recognize my name. The guy who runs the system, he runs the group. And so he phoned me from America. And as soon as I spoke, he said, oh, I know you. As soon as I spoke, 47 years on, once I spoke, because the voice never changes. My sheep know mine, and the stranger they will not follow. So my friend, listen, so there are degrees of friendship. When Cain said to Abel, come brother, come let's go for a walk. Let's go into the field and walk. He was going to kill him. He was going to kill his brother. He was supposed to be his brother, but he killed him. And when God said, where's your brother? He said, am I my brother's keeper? Am I point to you? If you are not your brother's keeper, don't be your brother's killer. Just leave him where you found him and go and mind your own business. So they are blood relatives. Some of us know when it comes to the shedding of chapadia, that is when the knives are out and you know who is and who is not. There are friends who are not blood relatives, and yet they prove themselves to be very, very true. Do you know that for us, as born-again, Bible-believing Christians, we are supposed to be from the same family? Hello? We are bought by the same blood. Yes. If you say you are born again, then we are bought from the same blood. The same blood that was shed on Calvary. Christ died only once. Not twice, not thrice, only once. So we are supposed to be a family. Let me move on very, very quickly. If I don't finish, you can read, or else next Sunday, your pastor will preach the rest of my message to you. Thank you. We've spoken about friends who are momentary friends. People who put in a kind word for you. Oh, I was talking about people with smiling faces. You go to a place, some people have got a face that says you are welcome. Others have got a face that says that's far and no more. Please keep your distance. So let's talk about the first friend, Abraham. Someone say Abraham. Abraham. Not Abraham, but Abraham. The Bible tells us 3 times, the Bible tells us about the friendship of Abraham with God. In 2 Chronicles 27, I'm going to sweep up quickly now. This is what it says. Did you not, our God, drive out the inhabitants of this land before your people Israel, and give it forever to the descendants of Abraham, your friend? Abraham was the friend of God. My question is, whose friend are you? Brother, whose friend are you? And let me just explain. Just because Brother Martin is loaded, he's got a lot of money, please don't go and say you want to be his friend because you want to borrow money. Say them, no money to borrow, please. That is not the basis of our friendship. This is not, I'm talking about borrowing money and go to borrow it. That's not what I'm talking about at all. Yeah, I'm not talking about going to borrow money. So borrow means, I want to be borrow means. I mean, say lend me some money, not borrow me some money. Yeah, that's good English construction. Thank you very much. Yes, I tell them, when you come or you preach, you learn English also. Because I went to a very good school, Accra Newtown Experimental Primary. It was called Kwame Nkrumah Experimental Primary back in the day when men were men. Yeah? Thank you very much. Amen. Some of you love me, some of you hate me. But I know you all love me. Never mind. Listen, whether you love me or not is not yet the fact. I went to a very good school. School? Anyone knows Chikata? You know Chikata? Yeah, well, that's a school. When I was in class 1, they were in class 6. Good schools, yeah? How my father managed to get me there, I don't know. But he pulled a few strings all the way from Mamprobi to Accra Newtown. That's a long list. I just thought I would give you a little bit of history about myself so that you don't mess about with me, yeah? Thank you very much. Isaiah 41:8 says this. But you, Israel, my servant, Jacob whom I have chosen, the offspring of Abraham, my friend. Again, it says of Abraham, my friend. If God is going to refer to somebody, is God going to say, you are my friend? God, God is very choosy. No, God doesn't want to be concerned with gossips, with backstabbers, with people who pull the pastor down. Listen, if you are not helping the pastor, you are pulling him down. Period. If you're not helping him, you are pulling down. If you don't respect him, you are pulling him down. Your pastor's not paying me for this. He hasn't got enough money to pay me. Bring 20 billion and then perhaps we can start with 10 million. Yeah, we can see where it goes. Yeah? Negotiations. Yeah. James 2:23 says this, and the scriptures fulfill that says, Abraham believed God. It was counted to him as righteousness, and he was called a friend of God. Let me stop for a second. When I read about Abraham, God's friend, and the Bible refers to him as, it refers to his descendants. It says, descendants of Abraham, my friend, something rings a bell. The friendship of Abraham. What time do I finish, please? It doesn't matter. I will. 2, that's fine. It says, descendant Abraham, my friend. That tells me that the friendship that God had with Abraham was so important. Do you understand? Will you agree? Go to this village. Go and look for Papa Konedu. Papa Konedu and I went to the same school. It shows you that we had a relationship. Konedu is the name of a person, yeah? I'm explaining my wife, she doesn't understand anything, not anything but the language, so I'm just trying to explain. Anyway, Abraham Sabi, shut up and get on with it, yeah? What I'm just trying to say to you is this. The Bible says, descendants of Abraham, my friend. So my dear sister, with a beautiful face, if God is going to refer to you and says, whatever your name is, let's call him Mami Konedu for just for an argument. I went to school with a girl. She's just a darker. You very, very pretty fish. She was called Konedu Akwa, just as pretty as she is. And what I'm saying is this: your relationship with God trickles down. Elders, your relationship with God trickles down, and your bad relationship will trickle to your children also. So be a friend of God. And when you are a friend of God, God says, descendants of Abraham, my friend. Let me move on quickly. You know about 3 friends of Job. The 3 friends of Job came to comfort Job. They made an appointment and they came together. And when they sat down, they began to think, Job, we can't understand why you're in this situation. You've told us that you are righteous and everything. And then their comfort turned to become something else. Their theology got in the way. And so Job turns around and looks at it and says, look at you, miserable comforters. Can you imagine you go to comfort somebody, the person turns around and says, you are miserable. Let's move on quickly. You know the friendship that took place between David and Jonathan? One of those common people say that they were homosexual. No, they were not homosexual, please. Come on. Only fools talk like that. Okay? 1 Samuel 18:1-3. As soon as he had finished speaking to Saul, the soul of Jonathan was knit to the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. And Saul took him that day and would not let him return to his father's house. Then Jonathan made a covenant with David because he loved him as his own soul. Now that is what I call a covenant relationship. They were not related, but Jonathan saw some worth. He saw some worth in David. So If you are going to be somebody's friend, they must see some worth in you. And when I say worth, I'm not talking money. Money is not bad, but they must see something. There was something that was in David that Jonathan said, I'd like to be associated with somebody. How many of us would like to be associated with murderers? How many of you, except you're a murderer yourself? How many of you would like to be associated with thieves, except you're a thief yourself? You know, thieves associate together because you can learn from one another. But certainly, that was a friendship. Now, I'd like to talk about what I call the wartime friends of David. When David's old son, Absalom, rebelled against David, David needed a friend to help him out. His name was Hushai. Now, can I suggest to you that you read your Bible? Can I suggest that, especially read the narratives? First from 1 Samuel and to 2 Kings, or even to Chronicles. David was in trouble. David needed a friend. And everybody knew that Hushai was a friend of David. So when Absalom sees Hushai in his camp, he said, is that how you reward your friend? Is that the way you reward your friend? Everybody knew that David and Hushai were friends. That's why I say when a friend is somebody who will come to you when push comes to stop. You know, when Hushai went back, when Hushai went to the camp of Absalom, he put his life in danger. Will you agree? He put his life in danger because Absalom feared nobody. Anybody who can take his own father's wives will not stop at anything. But God was with Hushai. Don't forget that David prayed a prayer and said, God, put the counsel of Ahithophel into foolishness, into nonsense. He needed a Hushai in that camp to do that. Let me ask you a question again. Who is your friend? Let me go quickly. John 15, 14 to 15. Let me read this to you. I'm going to calm myself down and read to you, and you've got to think. Listen. Listen to this. You are my friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. Somebody say, whoa. Somebody say, whoa. You are my friends if you do what I command you. Can you imagine Jesus Christ in this day and age preaching and says those words? The newspapers will have a field day. This man is arrogant. This man is this, but he says, you are my friends if you do what I command you. So I say to you, whose friend are you? Elder, whose friend are you? Mami Osofo, whose friend are you? My dear wife Margaret, whose friend are you? I know you are my best friend, but whose friend are you? You are my friends if you do what I command you. Can you repeat those words to the person next to you gently, not in an aggressive way? Yeah. And this is not me telling you, but Christ was speaking. He says, no longer do I call you servants, for the servant does not know what his master is doing, but I've called you friends, for all that I've heard from my Father, I've made it known to you. This is what is exciting. That's why God said, shall I do something that I'll keep Abraham ignorant? Christ says, you are my friend if you do what I command you. Let me move on quickly to James 4:4. Listen again. This is James talking, not me calling you. James talking. James says, you adulterous people, do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. Can I suggest that you take the notes home, read them, pray about them, and say, Lord, I want to be your friend. I haven't preached anything to you that is far-fetched. What I've preached to you, I've taken straight from Scripture. And James 4:4 says, you adulterous people, do you know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Friendship with the world? What is friendship with the world? I don't have time to explain that. Pastor, you tell them what friendship with the world is. Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. Friendship with Jesus, fellowship divine, oh what sweet communion. Jesus is a friend of mine. So let me conclude. I've lessened things out. Let me conclude and say to you, how do you make godly friends? If I want a godly friend, I must draw to them. I must draw close to God. I must put my trust in Him. If your friend is Jesus, then the friends of Jesus will be your friends. Make Jesus your number one friend. Do not sit in the council of the ungodly. When you come across the people who are gossiping, say, I'm not going to sit over here. And actually, when someone brings you a piece of gossip, if they say, have you heard? Say, heard what? Oh, what so-and-so was done? I said, sorry, I don't want to talk about it. My father-in-law once said, if you make your ears a dustbin, people will pour rubbish into it. If you make your ears a dustbin, people will pour rubbish into it. They tell you something about somebody, and then they destroy the person. Real friendships are based on character. I need to just move on. Let me read to you the words of a song, Lean on Me. Lean on Me. It says, sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. You know it. Can you sing it? No. We all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you are not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Do you know it, my dear? Lean on me when you are not strong. I'll be your friend. Come and help me. I saw you say, come on. I'll help you carry on. Oh, it won't be long. Come on. I'll be. Listen, I need you to be my friends here. Come on. To lean